Same.
You got the shot?
I got the shot.
You don't glow in the dark?
No.
Not yet.
Oh, by the way, atheist pastor, that moron? You guys know who that guy is?
Yeah, what about
He's
I know who
he's a total moron. He claims he used to be a pastor. Yeah. He had a stream and he had a Darth Dawkins impersonator.
Yeah, that's the same guy that pretended to have the Hindu worldview and said that he defeated your position.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, where do they grow these people? I mean, dude. I mean, he said he destroyed me. No, this is why at the end of the interaction, I made a couple of observational statements about his just absolutely abysmal performance, and he got so mad at my characterization he cursed me out.
Wow.
I mean, I'm telling you, these many of these atheists, they literally have a teenager mindset in adult bodies.
Right. Like imagine trying to cuss someone out in a respectful debate discussion. Can't be me.
Do you feel, Darth, do you feel bad that you're never going to go on their AMAs anymore, probably?
No.
Why is that?
Well, Detroyer did say that to me. It was that little teenage punk Tofi.
Yeah, but what was said that you won't be permitted?
I don't know.
Anymore?
He says Detroyer told me, of course I'm embellishing. He goes, Detroyer told me what you said to him. If you don't behave yourself, you're not going to be back here again.
Maybe they're becoming upset that their bodyguard detail is becoming obvious.
His screen name is Tiny Tofi. Detroyer told me what you said to him. If you continue to behave like this, you won't be invited back to any AMAs. Stop acting like a child. Who the blank is he?
That
Who is
name,
he?
that name of his is accurate for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. I am temporarily going to unban Canadian Catholic. So if you see him, don't remove him unless he behaves badly.
Okay.
But I have to tell you, without any embellishment, I was truly shocked at how childish and imbecilic Stephen Law was, especially for somebody who, while it was clear that they were prevaricating on steroids, had the nerve to claim that they were a professional philosopher and made a career out of it, which technically I don't dispute. But if you are a professional philosopher and you made a career of it, his conduct in the conversation was shockingly embarrassing for himself.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Why? Did you listen to the interaction?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You didn't think that his conduct was shockingly bad for a career professional philosopher?
His conduct, not at all. He was polite and respectful, and
No. The issue was not. There was a facade.
Someone could politely shoot someone in the head. Does that mean that their conduct is acceptable?
There was a facade of cordiality, but the guy was prevaricating almost the whole time, and then the last fifth of the interaction, if you will, he decided he realized what an embarrassing situation he was in. So in order to try to rectify that, he decided to attack me personally and impugn me. Okay. Do you recall that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, is this the kind of conduct that we should expect from a career professional philosopher?
It's so interesting because from the other side of the line, your conduct was also fraught with problems.
Could you?
Well, maybe
could
we
you
should
give me
review
could
it
you
and
could,
see
could you give
exactly
me a
what
could you give
problems.
me a timestamp
Yeah, please
on that?
elaborate on that.
Yeah.
I don't have the.
Can one of you
Good.
guys screen share?
Then you're bullshitting.
No. I could if I went back to do it, but I
Good. Then do
can't
it.
right.
Then do it. I don't believe you.
It'll take me too long.
Oh, it'll take you long. Do you know how long the interaction was?
Yeah, it's like 16 minutes or something.
Yeah. How hard would it be to go through there?
Oh, I'd say I can't.
You're full of. You know what? You know what? You're full of crap.
Oh, I could do it, but
Good. Then
it's
do
late.
it, Mister.
It's
I'm
late.
so full of crap. James, I'm so full of crap. London.
But you're behaving a bit like a teenager now.
No, I'm not. I'm being confrontational with you, and I'm calling your bluff. I don't expect you to do it right now. Fine if it's late.
All right, I'll do it another
tomorrow.
time. I'll do it another. Yeah, I'll do it
Good.
another time.
Good. I would love for you to do that. I conducted myself, as far as I'm concerned, impeccably.
Yeah, but as you guys just said, you could impeccably shoot someone in the head.
No, you're not understanding. Okay, somebody could politely say, "Excuse me, sir, would you please give me your wallet, or I'm going to shoot you in your head." Right? And then say, "I'm really sorry for having to do this," and then you shoot them in the head. Obviously, you're not cognizant of the difference between behavior that is impeccable. Do you know what impeccable means?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Without flaw.
That's right. So you just conflated what Parakeet said, the toxic Avenger. Okay. You conflated that with my position of saying I was impeccable. Now, if you can show me where anything I said to him can be faulted, I'd love to hear it.
I think he had a problem with being, quote, cornered. You know, like you got him in a corner.
He's a career professional philosopher.
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean cornered? It's called an AMA. Do you know what an AMA is?
Yeah, but I'm just speculating on his behalf.
Cornered.
Yeah,
wait a minute. Hold on a second. Is he an atheist?
Who? Stephen Law.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he was like a soft atheist, didn't he?
No, he said he's a hard atheist.
Wow!
Was he a
hard? I can't remember.
No. See,
I'm sure he said
there. No, you don't listen very carefully. He made it very clear several times. He's a strong atheist.
Okay.
Yep, from the beginning.
I guess you didn't listen too carefully, did you?
Well, I was eating my lunch at the time, so.
Oh! You know, the crunch of those fish and chips really blocked the sound waves, didn't they?
Oh my goodness!
That's not a bad accent impression.
Oh, I wish if I worked on it, I could get it better.
It wasn't. At least it
Not
wasn't
bad.
Australian, which most Americans seem to slip into when they try and do an English accent.
See, there I failed because I wasn't trying to do an Aussie one. I was trying to do a British one.
Yeah.
Well, that was spot on.
And you're still full of crap. But you know what though?
I would say shite.
Okay, but you know what? As much as I disagree with you, and I'm using strong words to denounce what you're saying, at least you're man enough to stick around, okay? And you're man enough to say, okay, I'll go back to it and I'll get the timestamp. So, see, I can respect you for that.
Yeah, I can understand why you get frustrated and pissed off with opponents. You know, these atheists that you debate. I get it. I'm just trying to offer up an understanding from their point of view. That's all. because from our side, it's extremely frustrating what
Why
you do.
Why would any circumstance of any kind be frustrating to you as an atheist?
Because
why would you have any expectations whatsoever given your model of reality? What would you fundamentally believe or foundationally believe that you could base any expectation on?
I've walked into another. I feel like I've walked into another trap.
That's not a trap. That's called a question, sir.
Yeah, but it's leading all the way back to what we.
Oh, so if I ask you a good question that attempts to examine what you're saying in light of your claimed worldview, oh, that's a trap?
Well, you're calling into question how I can know anything and how I can feel anything without.
No,
God.
I didn't. No. I didn't say that. See, wow, you have very poor listening skills.
Hey, okay. James, you were asking us like G.I. Jew and myself questions earlier. Were you trapping us by your own logic?
No.
Listen, James.
Exactly.
I said to you, I didn't ask you about what you know. I said, why would you be frustrated? Okay. By the way, somebody accused me of saying frustrated. Okay.
Yeah.
Why would you be frustrated? Right. In any situation when you have no reason to expect any state of affairs given your worldview.
What do you mean I wouldn't have any expectations?
What reason in your metaphysic, your model of reality, would provide you a basis to expect anything?
Well, I still.
You see, in the Christian worldview,
hold on a second.
In the Christian worldview, okay, it makes sense to have certain expectations because of God and his creation and his plan of human history. But when you don't have a God worldview, what would ground any expectation of anything?
Do you mean that your God worldview is something to compare to give you expectations? Like, how do you get expectations from your worldview then?
Okay, if I believe that God created this world,
yeah,
and I know this by virtue of him revealing himself through natural and special revelation, then it's rational to have certain expectations, like the uniformity of nature, and that regularity is real, it's imposed, it's secured, or to have an expectation that people ought to conduct themselves in a certain way because they should conform to God's eternal character.
Or have an expectation that contradictions cannot exist.
Yeah. So when you have an expectation, you expect the world to be a certain way given some background information. Do you understand that last statement?
Yeah, I completely get what you're saying.
Good. Then what's your background information in your model of reality that would be the fertile soil out of which the flower of any expectation could grow?
I guess it's not a kind of a, as you would. It's not something that's like ultimate, like you've described. It's
more vague generalities. Okay.
Yeah,
what background information?
It's not God. Obviously, it's not God.
So what background information in your worldview exists that provides for the fertile soil of any expectations whatsoever?
Yeah, the background information is not something ultimate. It's more of an ongoing.
My eyes are turning up in their head.
Thing,
could you please be specific, because you're being entirely obtuse. I don't know what you're talking about. What specific in your model of reality, the background information, will be the grounding or the soil out of which any expectation could flourish?
I guess my own ethics and sense of sense of like trying to achieve things.
But there's no rhyme or reason for anything in your world, including your
correct.
Good. Therefore, your expectations are just simply spontaneous occurrences.
Yeah, well, like I have expectations. Like, for example,
is that a yes? So your expectations are just spontaneous? They're unrelated and unconnected to anything else? Okay, good. Then we're done. Good. Then we're not kind of. Either they are or they aren't.
Well, like when I make dinner for myself, right? I have expectation that it's going to be
I don't
nice
need an illustration.
and I'm going to enjoy it, right? So
I don't need
I don't need God.
Why would you expect to enjoy something? That presupposes the uniformity of nature. Do you believe in the uniformity of nature?
What do you mean? I don't know what that
means.
That
nature operates in some regular ways.
Well, yeah, but I don't know how that relates to.
No, but. Did you say yeah, but?
Yeah. Yes, but.
That's what children say.
Darth, I don't think he understands how nature operating in uniform ways is necessary for him to expect to enjoy his food. I don't think he understands what the connection is.
You have an expectation that food will taste a certain way because nature operates in some regular ways, rather than all events are simply spontaneous and unrelated to anything else.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay, so yes, I do believe in the uniformity of nature.
And so is that uniformity of nature, you believe it's real?
As real as it can be.
Okay. Yeah. So then in order for it to be real, it has to be imposed and secured. So what in your mind, in order to ground the regularity of nature, which will be background information for your expectation that food will taste good, what is it that imposes, that is changeless, immutable, what is it that is changeless and immutable that will institute and impose regularity?
There isn't anything.
Good, then you have no reason to expect regularity.
I don't have any reason to expect.
Yes, you.
But I do.
No, you're contradicting. You're
experience.
No, that's begging the question. What you just said right there.
But I like apples.
You said you expect certain food. You see, you're not even listening. You're not even listening. You're just spewing stupidity.
I'm trying to explain something.
Listening. You don't have to explain it because what you're spewing. Listen to me. You're not. We're okay. We're done. No, I'm not going to hear you. You're done. Okay. The guy is a walking, talking contradiction.
And I do have a grounding for frustrations in my worldview, by the way.
He expects food to taste good. Well, why? The only way that you can expect food to taste good is if there's something that is immutable, that is absolute within itself, that is imposed and sustains whatever regularity you think needs to be there in order to expect food to taste good. Okay? But then he basically denied that anything was imposing it. So if nothing's imposing it, then the regularity of nature is simply an illusion.
So he's irrational by expecting food to taste good the next time he eats it.
But you see, I was making this perfectly clear to him. He doesn't care. All they care about is, it's almost, I'm not trying to be mean here, but it's kind of a quasi-borderline schizophrenia here. It's just like, my mind is made up. Don't confuse me with the facts.
I'm just going to ask the same question I asked earlier before you got in here, Darth. I mean, if these people literally believe that theism is not tenable, or Christianity specifically is untenable, then why don't these people just go about their lives like usual? They're not going to hear any evidence. They're not going to hear any rational arguments from their perspective. Why they continue to entertain the conversation? For what? Why?
Because they're so accustomed to balderdashing, and they tend to get away with it, that they think that they're going to get away with it, in a platform like this. Wolfie and Xanadu, could you tell us why there's no God? Wolfie and Xanadu, could you tell us why there's no God? Who's breathing into their mic?
I think that was me, maybe.
Yeah, at least Wolfie and Xanadu, at least do us the courtesy and just say, I'd rather not talk about my atheism. What gutless cowards.
Well, Darth, I would say that you have...
Parakeet, man, you're too loud, man.
By the way, Canadian Catholic got banned again. Someone just let him back in and he just got banned.
Who banned him?
I did.
Oh, I reinstated him temporarily. Did he do something? Better? Yeah, that is better. Cal, why did you ban him again?
Because because all he does is talk shit behind your back, behind our back, and sends the most vile DMs to us, and he can just go away.
All right, I'm not going to second guess you. Okay, so I unbanned him because I had a conversation with him and he pleaded with me, and I sometimes I have a sympathy for people with special needs, but I'm not going to second guess.
He hasn't seemed to walk back any of his DMs that he sent us.
Okay, well, I'm not going to second guess your decision. Okay.
So when I have
RN Jesus, no, we're done for now, James.
Okay.
You really need to think about why you got muted. Okay. You need to converse in a more focused way as an adult, and you're not doing that. Okay. Hey, RN Jesus, why are you an atheist?
That's really insulting.
Okay. Not too bad.
Okay.
I'm insulted that when I make direct questions to you that you just ignore them and then you just give me these vague, ethereal, obtuse answers that no one can make any sense out of. And it's purposely vague.
You don't have any basis for why
I'm not
being insulting is bad anyway. You don't have any basis for that.
Yeah, I'm not fake. I'm just trying to understand stuff and do the best I can. I'm sorry. It's not to your standard.
Why would you want to try to understand anything in a God-free world? Because there wouldn't therefore be any identifiable rhyme or reason why anything happens.
Yeah, I can see why you would think that. Yeah.
No. Oh, okay. So you think the opposite, that there is a rhyme or reason why some things happen? You see, in the Christian worldview, Jesus Christ, as the representative of the triune God, is the creator, and he's the sustainer. He's sovereign, and this world is operating according to his plan of history. And so within that framework, certain expectations, certainly not all, but certain expectations could be accounted for given that model of reality. But given your model of reality where nothing is fundamentally immutable and absolute, whereupon it could impose and sustain regularity, right? And that there is some type of causal relations between events. Even causal relations between events would be a type of regularity. But you see, but you see, in your world, that you just believe things are regular for no rhyme or reason, right? Do you have a rhyme or a reason why you believe that some things are regular?
Well, ultimately, yeah, I don't think there is any purpose or meaning ultimately to the universe.
That's not okay. That's not an answer. See, I will say it again. You don't have the ability to focus on what your interlocutor is saying to you, because that answer was not specific and germane to what I just said to you.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
I wasn't talking about purpose in the sense of meaning. I'm talking about ontology, right?
Yeah.
Why would you expect anything to repeat? Why? So you're going to appeal to past
Because
events?
it has in the past. Yeah, because it has in the past.
That's begging the question.
But if I eat an apple and I enjoy it,
James.
and I'm expecting to enjoy it again.
But you have no reason to expect that because there's nothing identifiable that is immutable within itself that would then impose and sustain that regularity.
Yeah, I guess I just don't need that. I just don't need
You're
that.
not. What I just said to you went right over your head. Okay. Is the regularity that you believe in, is it real or an illusion?
Illusion.
Good. Then you have no rhyme or reason for any expectations then.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So we're done. Yeah. Thank you, James. We're done. Okay. You just refuted yourself.
Darth, what do you think about?
Go ahead.
Oh no, you can finish with him first.
No, it's fine.
What do you think about Keelan Jenner running for governor of California?
Good. I hope he wins.
The People's Republic of California. Okay, a transvestite running. I see. This is the modern Democratic Party. Okay,
he's the Republican. She's running as a Republican.
Right. Well, did you say she?
He did.
He is running as a Republican.
Why did you say she?
Dawkins, can I have your OnlyFans? Sir, can I have your OnlyFans? I want to suck your dick.
Yeah, well, why don't you say? Well, no, just unmute him for a second, okay?
Yeah, let him keep humiliating himself.
Did he flee? Okay, good. Then ban him. Okay.
Sorry, I was too quick.
Yeah, when people do that,
I told you I'm not going to listen. I am not going to second guess you, but I want to show these people for the horses' asses that they are, that they can just come in here like they're seventh graders. That's all they're left with.
Don't mute them so quick. Let them humiliate themselves some more.
Man, Calvo, you're on fire today, dude.
No.
Well, if you notice the ones I pruned today, all joined at exactly the same time.
Well, you don't go into a lion's den solo, right?
Well, they all followed.
You got to take a team. You got to take a little squad with you.
Yeah, that's all I'm thinking. Maybe they're the Troyer's minions.
They joined with as a group.
Oh, the guy who just got banned. He has a picture of Bill Nye, where Bill Nye, strikingly resembles Skeletor. Okay. He says, there was an announcement about you that you're banned from all AMAs, and you should be more respectful since you treat garbage to disabled people, atheist people, blacks, and all aspects of people. I've seen your videos and I'm not surprised. Shame on you, sir.
That was the guy who just came in saying he wanted to suck your penis.
Yeah. By the way, did you hear that, Tonlock? I don't like black people.
Yeah. You're a regular. I don't know. I kind of put this. Yeah, you're a regular Southern slave owner. That's what you are. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're my master. Absolutely hilarious. That's why I don't have a problem with you. Brojo doesn't have a problem with you. Ezra doesn't have a problem with you. Okay. So yeah, you just really hate black people, right? Okay.
The only black person I really have a problem with is Veckel.
Oh yeah.
You know what a rotten guy he is.
All right. Yesterday when you were playing the Jeopardy music, I was laughing so hard my sides were hurting. That was
Good,
And
good.
and
I'm glad.
I believe J. Robin is black too. So I mean,
Oh well, then he's banned on the server. I'm sorry. He's gonna have to act more white. Where do they grow these people? I mean,
yeah,
really,
exactly. They just
really.
make this crap up as they go along. Hey, Kung Fu Kane, or however you say your name. What are you talking about with transphobia? What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, I
Are
think
you?
he's gone.
Are I mean? Okay.
I can't I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
It,
Earth to
yeah.
Okay, you keep cutting out, man.
Hey, who knew that the word ultimate, especially when it's defined, is a slippery word? It's slippery.
When you find it in the dictionary, it says see Teflon.
Oh my gosh, non-stick.
Ultimate's a slippy word because it's double glazed.
Oh, shut up, you double glazer, you. I looked that up, and I'm like, oh no, we should be careful because it can also it can like reference like a door to door salesman or whatever, but it also has a perverted reference too. So I'm sure Stephen Law was not using it in an obscene way. I wouldn't impugn him on that.
It would have been. Excuse
But
me.
Lawrence Krauss was pornographic. Oh gosh. So I wonder how many encounters with these professional atheists am I going to have before the atheists will stop saying I pick on low hanging fruit?
They just want to ignore these. They just want to ignore these encounters to maintain their stupid narrative. That's all it's about. They want to maintain a narrative so they can continue to lie.
You know
You
what?
know,
I'm really surprised that you got 13 minutes, 14 minutes, whatever it was, with this last guy, because the plan all along was to let you go on for a little bit and then just cut you off and boot you.
yeah. And the funny thing is, it's actually a benefit to whatever stream or server they have to let it go on. But you know what? I really think that Stephen Law he was ticked because
Deer in the
all of
headlights.
I mean, he was just ticked. But here he was, some schmo off the internet, Darth pre-supper, comes in and asks him a circumspect question, and he couldn't verbally bamboozle his way out of it. That's why he was mad. That's why he had to pull the card that he's a professional career philosopher.
They're gonna have Noam Chomsky in 2 weeks. You got to debate Noam Chomsky, Darth.
Oh, Noam
Uh,
Chomsky, yeah. That guy's an ethical philosopher. He doesn't think, if I remember correctly, he doesn't think men should have a say in the abortion issue. It's hilarious.
well, maybe his mother should have aborted him. Well, gentlemen, it's time for me to go to dinner. But hopefully, the Lord willing, I'll try to be back on later and we can have some more fun and learn some stuff about how bat guana crazy the atheists are. Okay? Bat guana crazy. By the way, I'm reading a new book, which is a polemic against atheism. And it is called It's called Reality and the Folly of Atheism. Reality and the Folly of Atheism. And the author's name is Mike Robertson. I've never heard of him before, but he seems to have written a number of presuppositional books. You know, does anybody use Kindle here? I hear Chris.
I used to use Kindle a while back. I haven't in a while.
I mean, the Kindle app for reading isn't bad. But I like to not have to depend on the Kindle app, and I want something that I can use long into the future if I no longer have the Kindle app. But I did find a program that decrypts the DRM, so I was able to convert it to a PDF and read it in my PDF reader, which I was happy about. But if it's any good, it's okay so far. I think it's going to pick up, but if it is, I'll let you guys know. Should be interesting. The guy wrote a bio on Greg Bahnsen. I'm thinking about getting that book. So a lot of his books are in their ebook, they're electronic, or excuse me, they're Amazon Kindle. A couple of his books, they're not available in Kindle. They're older print edition, so I ordered those. So I should have those in a couple of days, and I will give you a book report. We'll see how it goes. All righty, I'll be back.